It's amazing that something immaterial, thought, kavanah, an intentionality, can so impact our material realities, our bodies, and our views of our life experiences and overall states of wellness. I'm talking about the placebo effect. I'm talking about how thought matches up with ritual, matches up with an experience of our lives and our world that may indeed be impacted in deeper ways than we think by the rituals we undergo and the potential thoughts we have after engaging them. Let's look at Torah with Rashi. We'll be studying from chapter 22, verse 29. And we'll take a look at the Rashi, and we'll talk about the placebo effect and the perceived improvement in one's medical condition or new outlooks on life after taking a sugar pill or engaging rituals, even prayer, and thinking about it through the lens of this placebo effect reality. The Torah says in chapter 22, verse 29 of Leviticus, when you sacrifice a thanksgiving offering to the Lord, sacrifice it so that it is lirtzonchem. Purposefully, I'm not translating it, but according to your own will, or potentially do this with your free will and thinking clear thoughts about it. So Rashi describes lirtzonchem tizbachu. You shall truly do this so it can be acceptable in your eyes or in your experience, or that you can be conscious of it while you are making the sacrifice. What are you thinking when you put that sacrifice on the altar? If you have a gratitude offering, you need to be mindfully thinking of the gratitude that this offering represents. Because in and of itself, the offering does not say thank you. What says thank you, what says I have gratitude in my heart, what says I recognize my portion, the bounty of the gifts I've received, is the kavanah that we come with, what we believe about the sacrifice, what in our minds we've constructed about the sacrifice concerning the ritual, the other people involved. Are they holy? Is this a holy ritual and act? Can I be expressing my gratitude through this particular offering that's being raised on the altar? Rashi says, Tchilat zvichatchem hizharu shetehei liratzon lachem. At the outset of the slaughtering, be careful that it should be really according to your own free will you're bringing this, and that you want it to be accepted, and that it's filled with the gratitude that you have in your heart. Lo ba lahazhir ela shetehei shechita al manat kain. The sacrificial act will express your gratitude if your thoughts are aligned with the reasons that you're bringing it. The stated reason is not enough. The sacrifice on the altar itself doesn't physically make the thank you card. The sacrifice is activated as one of gratitude because of the mindfulness, the mindful thoughts of gratitude that the worshiper comes with in offering this animal through the Jewish ritual. Al tishchatu al menat le'ochlo lemachar. Don't say, I'm going to bring this now. This is my gratitude offering, and I'll have the same feeling tomorrow. You need to keep that conscious level of gratitude in focus as you offer this sacrifice, and eat this today. This is one of those sacrifices that you actually partake of. She'im techashvu bo machshavet pasul lo yehei lechem l'ratzon. If you are to break your thought, if you are to break your train of thought, if you're to interrupt your thinking about the gratitude you have in your heart, then this won't be a gratitude offering. It's the immaterial, it's the thought, it's the kavanah, it's the intention that makes all the difference in the physical offering and the subsequent meal that is eaten afterwards. Rashi explains that for the person, if you want a valid thanks offering, thanksgiving offering, you eat the animal while you have gratitude in mind. If it's left till tomorrow, it's highly likely that you won't be able to maintain that level of intentionality, that level of kavanah, that level of conscious thought about what this ritual represents. Is this a little like, I think, therefore I am? Are we in the area of Descartes? It's not about our entire existence, not exactly. We can't simply believe ourselves into a certain existence, though we can use the power of our thoughts to, in a certain way, create a reality when it comes to a particular ritual or sacrifice in this case, or potentially embrace something like a healthy mindset even amidst illness. The recognition that our minds can help us abandon harmful thoughts or stay focused on positive ones is really a pivotal Jewish direction of thinking when it comes to Torah's commandments and our commentaries throughout the ages. Rashi brings this commentary to his adherents and says, if you want your prayers, which have replaced sacrifices, to be able to be a place, a space, the words, the ritual in which you really express your gratitude, come, sit, focus, think. If you're having thoughts that I can't pray, I'm a failure, I have no way of offering this up to God and expressing my thanks, I have no way of receiving any kind of inspiration through this act, the Torah and Rashi's commentary suggest time to retool the way we think. Lahavdil, it's a little bit like cognitive behavioral therapy. It's cognitive, religious approach. It's a cognitive approach to our rituals in our Jewish lives. It's a way of thinking about the decisions we have to make vis-a-vis any ethical dilemmas that we face. It is about understanding that it's reasonable to believe ourselves the good moral actors. It's believable and reasonable to think of ourselves as bringing and expressing our gratitude during our prayers, and thusly our prayers are prayers of gratitude. It is about the mindful way that we create the way of living and the meaning within our ritual lives that we know is so much a part of what it means to connect with the Jewish people. Of course, Jewish peoplehood goes far beyond the rituals and the religious aspects. But in this vein, we see that self-defeating thoughts really need to be overcome, and that we have thought-directing techniques already back in the book of Leviticus with reminders in Rashi's commentary. Think grateful, and then your ritual shall express your thanksgiving. Does a sugar pill really create good health? Well, in one's mind, the power of one's mind to influence one's outlook in and of itself may be seen as, yes, a component of good health. And who knows, maybe that mindset will help the physical, material body undergo the healing it really needs. Shabbat Shalom.